Here we go. Here's Pierre Poilievre with another apple crunching moment. I think we all enjoy those, don't we? Let's listen.
The Heritage Minister said this week she qualified your interactions with some reporters as an attack on democracy. How do you respond to that?
Her government arrested a reporter. They arrested a reporter. How do you qualify that? Okay, I think that answers the question. I'm not going to arrest any reporters.
So that is why Justin Trudeau showers the mainstream media with money to ask questions like that and to not actually be journalists, to be activists, right? I mean, David Menzies for Rebel News was arrested, I think, about a month ago while trying to ask a question of Chrystia Freeland while she was walking down the road. And he was obviously set up by one of the police there, who kind of moved behind him so that he'd bump into him by accident. David Menzies would, and then said it was assault. It was absurd. It was all on camera. It was obvious. They actually ended up dropping the charges like almost immediately, which would not have happened if it hadn't been on tape. He might be in a jail cell right now, for all we know. And this is why we like Pierre Poilievre. So if you're not from Canada and you're watching this, you don't know who he is. He's the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. He's a new leader. It's not new. He's been in there for a little while now, but he's the new leader. He's going to be the leader of the Conservatives going into the next election. He's got a huge lead right now. He's got, I think, almost a 20-point lead over Trudeau right now. It looks like the Liberals are done. And the press is doing their best to try and demonize him. And he is fighting back. And he's done this. There's several viral videos of him just not taking the bullshit from the journalists anymore. Because it's all framing with them, right? They're used to just being able to say, well, somebody in the world somewhere said that you're fascist and you're scary. And they'd be like, well, he'll say something like this.
What does that mean?
And anyway, it's like shooting fish in a barrel for them. It's so easy. They're so predictable. Most of them don't seem particularly bright. I'm not saying that there's no good journalists in Canada. There are some good journalists that I could name. I like Tristan Hopper. I think Rupa Subramania is really good. I like David Menzies. I think Rebel News has done some great work. Rebel News is the independent outlet, which Trudeau hates, by the way. He won't even talk to the reporters. He won't answer questions from them. But they're the ones who just broke the story about how the Prime Minister's office, remember the thing with the Nazi in Parliament? They invited the Nazi in and he threw the Speaker of the House under the bus, blamed it all on him. Through a Freedom of Information request, Rebel News found out that no, actually Trudeau's office, the Prime Minister's office, had actually invited him as well for another event. They were right in there. It was a absolute betrayal of the Liberal Speaker of the House. And exactly what you would expect from Trudeau, actually. He seems to have no loyalties or decency or conscience whatsoever. So there are good journalists in Canada. There are some. It's just that the CBC, Global, CTV, the TV news, they are by far the worst offenders. They're terrible. And they're clearly just all in the bag for Trudeau. They're advocates for Trudeau. The Conservative leaders since Stephen Harper, have been such pussies that it's worked on them. And now that they've got a guy who's willing to push back, they're just totally flabbergasted and offended. And how dare he question us? And they make it easy for him. Yeah, they make it too easy for him. Great minds think alike, I guess. Attack on democracy, that's funny coming from a lefty. Exactly. Well, that's projection, right? Pierre's on a roll.